Alright guys, this is Axel up for you reviews, and today I have Admiral Black with me. And now, if you want to see our Legend of Zelda discussion, go ahead to Admiral's channel. We had just uploaded probably not too long before this one. Um, and now we're going moving on to Smash Brothers for all you Smash Brothers fans out there.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna go ahead and kick this one off because I got something to say about Smash Brothers. So, I suck at Smash Brothers. I'm probably the worst player that you will ever play against when it comes to this game, but I love it and I can't get enough of it. And I am a huge Amiibo fan, and I think getting the Amiibos is one of the coolest things that they ever could have incorporated into Super Smash Brothers. And I think that was an amazing direction for Nintendo to actually go with this game.
But definitely, I think that's a huge improvement for Nintendo as a whole, not just Smash Brothers. Like that was a huge stepping stone for them.
Mm-hmm.
The Smash Brothers is the best way to kick it off because you got all these series coming together as one.
Yeah, and I think that's the cool part because I think as a person who likes geeky and nerdy culture, I think it's always fun to see different characters coming together and into one place in one game. It's kind of why I like Minecraft, where you can have all these different superheroes, video game characters, anime characters together in one world. And I think even though it's only Nintendo stuff, I think it's definitely a good start.
No, definitely. And I mean, it's not exactly all Nintendo. We've given some Capcom, some Namco, some other stuff thrown in there, but it is primarily Nintendo, which I can't argue. I'm happy with.
Yeah, me too. Oh my god, I'm loving it. So who's your favorite character? Who do you main?
I've ever since Melee, I've played all of them. I've always picked Link. I'm a Link fanboy.
Yeah, me too. Link's actually my best character. I mean, I've been using him since day one, but I've been trying to learn how to use Falco. Yeah, I've been trying to learn how to use him ever since I see all those cool videos on YouTube where people just go ham with Falco and Fox. It makes me kind of want to learn how to use one, and I prefer Falco out of the two, so I'm trying to get really good with him. Some days I have, do a little better than others, but I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's a very likable character because he's the whole badass of the crew and everything.
Mm-hmm. He's just so fast.
Well, he definitely is. The Star Fox, if they have anything on him, it's speed.
Mm-hmm. I like him better than Fox because I feel like he's a little bit stronger, physically. I mean, not by much, but I feel like he is a little bit stronger than Fox, and I kind of like that.
Yeah. I get that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Do you have any amiibos? Because I collect them. I collect amiibos.
Yeah, I have Ganondorf, Zelda, Pac-Man, and what was the other one I got in there? I got another one. But that's all I have right now. I'm slowly trying to collect them, but I'm not. My wallet's not the best right now. I don't have a lot of money. So.
You don't have a lot of money, bro. I spent so much money on my amiibos. John, how many amiibos would you say we have? Last time I checked, we were at 40, right?
No, we were at 50 last time.
50. We're over 50, guys.
Oh yeah, Luigi. I have Luigi.
Yeah, we have a lot of amiibos, and the funny part is, half of them are not even registered yet. We kind of just buy them and we sit them on the shelf because they look mad cool. We have a whole bookshelf full of amiibos. I want to collect
them all. It's just I've aside from buying video early stuff, I've been having money problems. I'm I want to spend it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely can be very costly in your pockets. Okay, let's see. But when it comes to Super Smash Brothers, I like how when you can train your amiibos. I feel like the amiibos are very smart. I think you got to give credit to the actual technology inside of the amiibo, that the fact that they can learn, and the fact that they get so good after they learn your patterns, they learn your movements, they copy them, they adapt. And I think that's just very advanced.
It's actually a little bit scary, the fact that a computer can learn like that.
Yeah, it is. And I think a lot of people jump over that. But I'm that's very smart. That's some advanced technology right there.
Yeah, that's definitely higher up there grade technology.
Now, would you rather have been able to play with your amiibo rather than them be their own entity that you go against in Super Smash Brothers?
I mean, I like the whole idea there's something else to face.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as it goes to Like, yeah, I like the fact I like the face it more.
You like them more like that? Yeah, I like that. I think it would have been kind of cool if we would have got to like play as them. Maybe like, because I know in a lot of games you're able to get like a level 1 character, you level them up, you give them movesets, you train them. And I think that would be kind of cool if they would have did that kind of concept with Super Smash Brothers. So if you have a character,
that kind of stuff. That's why I thought about it. But I think the whole it's all being its own entity is something new, which I really like.
Yeah, I like that. What do you think that they're gonna do differently in the next Super Smash Brothers? Which I'm very positive they're gonna make a new one.
Well, I'm hoping they add more characters, obviously.
Yeah. Well, after that Smash ballot and seeing how many characters people actually want it, I don't think that they can really get away with not adding a lot of new characters to the next game.
And there's a lot of stupid ones up there as well, but honestly, I'm a little disappointed on some of the characters they added.
Really? Like who?
Like, when it, come from the original roster, stuff like Dark Pit, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't like those kind of characters because I'm like, they could be somebody different. They could be somebody new.
Okay, maybe it's a little bit different, but I'd rather him just be a skin for Pit. I'd rather Dark Pit be a skin for Mario.
Well, now that they've added the whole, with the characters, they added different movesets. You could have just easily had his whole moveset be just, custom moves that you can have for Pit and a skin. Yeah. There's no need to have his character there. When you have, for example, like you have Olimar who can turn into, Alf, he can turn into the girl.
Yeah.
The girl, like he could change characters. The villager, he can turn into different people now. Yeah. So
like Bowser Jr., he turned to all the Kooplings.
Yeah, you have Robin, the Wii Fit trainer. They change now, so I'm like, why is Dark Pit still there when you can just have him as a skin that changes?
Yeah.
Which I don't think it's fair. We're getting very far from that. Now that they introduced the custom moveset, I can see them going the direction where whenever you pick a skin, like let's say if Pit did have a skin that was Dark Pit, his moves change. And I can kind of see them doing that in the next game because I know a lot of people are playing tournaments and they're complaining that they can't use like their custom movesets in these tournaments. So I can kind of see them having it where if you pick a different skin, your moves might change a little bit, and then you can use that version in tournaments.
I think definitely something that they should program in, especially here on Amiibo. Like, move it acts as double ways, like it registers like your customations, but also it's also a bot. Like you do like a double function.
Okay, so give them like their own custom movesets and stuff like that?
Yeah, like say you can use your own Amiibo to carry around pretty much your personal data for your own custom moveset.
You know what would be cool if they had amiibos where their moves upgraded?
That would be cool.
Like as they fought and as they like trained, like even once they hit 50, like as they continue to you play with them, their moveset evolves. So like you might have Link where his arrows might go further, his arrows might start shooting fire, ice.
The thing would be cool is the whole fact that they're based to learn off of you. What if they changed the moveset, like their own custom moveset? They made their own custom to counteract your playstyle.
Yeah, way to make them even harder, dude.
Yeah, I would love that.
See, I already struggle to beat my amiibos, especially when I put them in groups on teams.
I struggle sometimes, but I love the fact that it's a challenge.
Now, have you seen the tournaments that people are having where you just enter your amiibo?
Yeah.
And they go through. I think that's awesome. I think that's very creative, very new, because everybody trains their amiibo differently,
It's true. And if you train your amiibo properly, you can kick some ass.
So what features do you like in the current Smash Brothers that we just got compared to like older versions of the game? Like what new features do you think are definitely keepers that should follow into the next game?
I'm not exactly sure where to go in that because what they've kept happy with, but what they changed, I like that there's change.
You do.
I'm not going to say all of it's good, all of it's bad. I like the fact that they're changing and experimenting with it.
So the game's growing, for sure. It's definitely a lot different than the first game. I mean, just based on characters, it's a lot different.
Before, and it's completely a different game.
You know what I do like? I do like how they changed Classic Mode, though. The final villain, how you don't have Taboo anymore.
Yeah.
But instead you have that, like, shadowy figure that, like, changes. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, I like how they changed the villain.
Yeah.
There's one thing I was a little upset about Wii U is they didn't put the story in.
Yeah, that's true. They didn't put a story in.
I thought the what was it called? The something. Damn, what was it called? The brawl.
I can't remember. I know what you're talking about though. I'm not sure. John, you know what the story was called in in Brawl?
Space Emissary?
Yeah.
Subspace Emissary.
Subspace Emissary is what John said.
Yeah. I love that to death. I like the whole concept. I enjoyed the fact that they, move in like a story.
I wonder if they didn't do that just because of the amount of characters that they have, or did they know that they were gonna do DLC characters and like the reason they kind of didn't create a story like that.
They should actually keep like change the story for each game, but the story should only be the main Mario characters, not Mario, but Nintendo characters, and all the like extra characters and third-party characters should come in afterwards as unlockables DLC.
Okay, so you just do it with the main roster first, and then
I think that's how they should handle it because it's a Nintendo game before it's any other game.
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed unlocking characters through the story, so I think it would have been cool if they would have kept like some characters you have to go through the story to unlock.
Yeah, there's one thing about Samus, about her change from from Brawl to the U version.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wasn't originally happy with it did, and I wasn't sure how I felt about the Zero Suit being separate because I love that big blast beam. But
oh man, I love it. I love her as separated.
I after playing the game enough, I've grown to really love that they separated them. Like I favor that they did that now. Originally,
I feel like that's okay. Characters like that are like separated like that, that's okay because they're completely different. But there's no need to have like copy and paste of characters like Mario and then Dr. Mario like that.
Like he can be completely different, but at the same time, I'd rather see someone else because it's just another Mario.
Well, yeah, that's how I feel about it.
As far as the roster goes, who would you rather see join?
Like, out of any character? Like, any Nintendo character?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see the Skull Kid with the Majora's Mask. I feel like his moveset's very unique to be a part of that game. I feel like there's so much that they can do with his character and the abilities that they have, because they haven't really gone into his abilities, so even if they had to mix them up, I feel like it'll be okay to do so.
You know what I'd like to see for The Legend of Zelda?
What?
I'd like to see them go a different route for every character. Like, say, Link, we go the Skyward Sword route. He has the original sword. He has the little beams come out of the sword, which would be unique for him. From other swordsmen. Like Zelda, when they go like the Hyrule Warrior route, she's a warrior.
So they go back to different games and franchises. Yeah. Well, they could do that now with all these new
time for her. And I actually, how we have Toon Link?
Yeah.
I want to see the Toon version of Zelda because it's just awkward seeing Toon Link and Link, but no Toon Zelda, just Zelda.
I could. I don't know about that.
I don't know. For me, because I look at Link, I see Toon Link, I see Zelda. I want to see Toon Zelda, and I feel.
See, but I feel like they have so many Zelda characters though. Like they have a lot of Zelda characters.
Well, they have what? 3, 4, 5 of them. Yeah.
I mean, they have even more Mario characters.
I think they can get away with 8 Zelda characters, considering how big it is for Nintendo.
8? What other 3 do you want to add?
Well, I'm a big fanboy of Bot T, and I really want to see Tetra.
Tetra would be very creative to play with.
Yeah. For the Mario franchise, I think they should add a decent amount more Mario characters, to be honest.
Yeah, John made a good point. He's like, they'll probably ruin her like they did Bowser Jr. See, I don't like that they put him in that little cart thing. Like,
I'm okay with it.
I don't like it. I feel like they could have gave him Bowser's moveset, but made him faster and a little easier to knock out the stage.
The Super Mario Bros. Wii, he fought primarily in that. That's the issue.
Yeah. They could have even gave him the brush from Mario Sunshine.
They should have went the Sunshine route, but they went the new Super Mario Bros. Wii route.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like, I like playing as him, but I don't at the same time, because when I look at him, I'm like, oh, he looks lame. And it makes me not want to use it.
I like the fact, the thing I like seeing him in there, because it reminds me of Frieza, and I think it's badass.
I do like when you change his skin, though. It changes, like, the character. I like that.
And that's something that the brush, the others wouldn't have. So, I mean, I guess he could have gave it to them, but they all,
That's true.
they all shown with different weapons. So, like, you know.
Now, do you think there's any characters that like just should not be there, that just need to leave, other than Dark Pit?
Well, I think there should be a cut on the fucking Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah, they have a lot of those.
Like, I think it's sad when they rival the Mario characters. Mario characters, they're the...
Well, they're very popular over there, though.
I know, but but that's the reason why they cut Roy, because he's only popular over there and not here. Yet they are favoring over there now. I don't get that.
Well, I mean, that's where the game's kind of made, though.
I get it's made over there, but they straight up removed Roy from the main roster because of that. But,
yeah, well, I mean, they put him back in. They
brought him back into the DLC, which I love. But the fact is, they're adding more for over there. They already they went about like, oh, we gotta give equal, but now they're favoring them. I don't like that they did that.
Well, and Linda, they are kind of favoring the fans a little bit, like with Bayonette. Didn't she got really high in UK, right? Wasn't it UK?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got really high in the UK poll, and I feel like that's kind of the only reason she made it is because UK wanted her, and they're like, okay, let's give them something. So
she was pretty high in, like, I mean, she was at the top UK, but she was in the top 20s for America.
Yeah.
And she is. I actually knew that Bayonetta was going to be playable. I called that a long time ago.
Well, yeah, when they had all those stupid troll campaign characters, ahead of her on the polls, then
yeah,
I feel like if people actually took the polls seriously and then put people like SpongeBob, Shrek, we might have actually gotten like characters that we wanted, like Banjo. I know a lot of people were voting for Banjo.
Yeah.
I never really played the Banjo games, but I know there was a lot of people like John wanted him, Roger Space wanted him. Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of other people. I did play Conqueror's Bad Fur Day, though. I love that. I think he would have been very funny to play as in a Smash Brothers game. But I feel like there's other characters that could have made it if people would have actually taken the Smash ballots seriously.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's kind of my regret, especially when they announced her as like the last character from the game, because now we have to wait maybe 4 more years for them to do a new Smash Brothers before we actually get the chance to see if people like Banjo or these other characters will make it into it.
You know who really caught me through a loop?
What?
Cloud Strife.
I'm surprised Shovel Knight didn't make it.
No, I am surprised Shovel Knight's not on there, too. But when I saw Cloud Strife, I was like, what the fuck? I get his remake, but at the same time, I wouldn't expect a Final Fantasy character. If so, I always predicted it would be something like Chocobo and Moogle Rider or something that can resemble the whole series as a whole, not just the game.
Yeah. I think that I think they kind of threw these characters in just for the fans. I feel like the real characters. I feel like the ballot was basically just to ask, okay, who do you guys want to see in the next game? And I feel like we're gonna get a lot of the characters that we voted for in the actual next installment of Super Smash Brothers. I feel like this one was just to give people something to, just give back to the fans a little bit and to kind of hold us off until the next game. Because I'm imagining it's going to take a while for them to actually create the next game and go ham on it compared to this one, because they did have a lot of characters in this game.
So you want to go down a list of who you like to see in the game?
Me?
No.
I can see Banjo. I can see Shovel Knight. I feel like they'll do very well. I see these, like I said, Skull Kid with Majora's Mask in the game. I can see an Inkling. I don't know why the Inklings did not make it into the game. Yeah, those will be my biggest choices when it comes to playable characters in Super Smash Brothers. Linkle's also a very good one that I would love to see if they were to go that route. Even if she was just a skin for Link, I could see that.
Like Link, half he's male, half he's female.
What'd you say?
I thought I would be okay if Linkle is just like, Link, like half his skins he's male, half of him he's Linkle.
Well, the reason I say that is because I'm like, they can do the skins where their movesets change. So if you do Linkle, you primarily use your bows as a attack source, your crossbows, but you might have a sword that you use as like a secondary weapon. You know what I mean?
They should like the whole like Wario, where it's a classic, and you get the WarioWare. It should be Link and Linkle. All right, like Wii Fit Trainer, female, male. And
Yeah, I was just gonna say that the fact that they did the Wii Fit trainer changing like that, I can see them doing the same thing for Link.
Yeah.
And Linkle.
I actually want to see a lot of new Mario characters, but I especially want to see Waluigi.
Yeah, he should be there.
Uh,
I can see his moveset being
feels-
like using a lot of bombs and stuff.
It feels incomplete not seeing him there because he's technically part of the main cast.
They just have so many of those, man.
Well, I think that they need more because they're the icon for Nintendo and they're being outnumbered now. That's not a good sign.
I mean, not really.
They're pretty close to it. Fire Emblem's right behind them.
Well, yeah, that's Fire Emblem, but you gotta think though, like you have. I can understand why there's so many Fire Emblem characters. Like, obviously, I think that other games should get more characters too. But I understand because like they are really big in Japan. Fire Emblem is a really big franchise. You know, Mario's the face, one of the faces of the company. Zelda's another heavy hitter. So I can understand why those three franchises have the most characters. You know.
Yeah.
Now I think that some of the other games should get more characters too, but
Pokemon, they've been getting quite a bit too.
Pokemon's good. They're gaining a lot. I hope that they don't start adding more Pokemon
Honestly,
into the game. I like what we have, but what?
To be honest, Pokemon has more characters than I want.
Oh, yeah, John just made a good point. He's like, they can add Yokai Watch, which is a very new one that's growing very popular very quickly.
Oh yeah.
They can add a few yokai in there. Because there's a lot of fighting yokai and different types. Though that's very creative too. I can see them adding as an assist trophy or like kind of like because in Yokai Watch you get medallions, so I can see you kind of getting those, and then you summon yokai to come help you. They're pretty much like the Pokeballs. I can see that happening very like in the next game. I think that'll be very cool.
I have to say, I'm probably one of those people who really want Ridley to be playable too.
You want to play as Ridley?
Yeah. I think they should.
Like same size or shrink him down?
The size he was in Melee. He was definitely the right size for Melee to be playable. And they act like that wasn't a thing, which he was about the size.
Yeah, it's possible. I can definitely
Honestly,
see you
I
playing
think
some of the bosses.
I'd be perfectly okay if they actually cut Charizard to put Ridley.
Well, that's like Giga Bowser. When he transformed, you get to play as Giga Bowser.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my god, I love Giga Bowser.
And I don't think size is an issue at all, really. I mean, Ganondorf's like 9 feet. Bowser's twice the size of Mario some games. Olimar's the size of a quarter.
Yeah, but you don't want a character that takes up like half the screen, though. Because some of these stages are pretty small, especially now that they introduced the Mega stages.
Shrink Ridley down. I don't think it's an issue because...
Oh yeah, if they shrink them down, I can definitely see that.
Bowser's shrunk down. Olimar.
Because there's nothing more annoying than that one stage with the Mega Man stage with the yellow monster thing. I fucking hate that stage. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where he shoots laser beams out of his eyes. I fucking hate him. He's so big. He takes up half the stage, and he just ruins like the game for me. I hate playing on that stage. It's like my least favorite stage to play on out of all of them.
But Olimar, Game & Watch, Raw, they made them grow bigger, so I don't see why it's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Jigglypuff to made bigger.
Yeah, Jigglypuff, he seems a little bit bigger than last time.
Doug Hunt, they made bigger. So, I mean, I don't see why... Kineezy's actually smaller, too, so I don't see why...
I think they had to
issue.
Make them a little bit bigger to try to go with the human-sized characters.
Yeah.
Especially now that they have, like, Ryu, Cloud, because it would have just looked weird, like, next to them.
Yeah. And so I'm like, why don't they just do the same thing with Ridley? Just shrink it down, make him about human size.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think that they would ruin his character like they say, because in Melee, he was that size. Because they didn't have the technology to make him bigger. To make him run right. So,
who's some other characters that you want to see?
I actually want to see Daisy from Mario. And here's the thing, is people like, she's just a big clone of Peach. But the whole thing about Daisy is she's the total opposite of Peach. So if she's a clone, you do something wrong.
So how would you do her?
I would go the sports game style. Like, she represents the Mario sport games. I think Waluigi represents the Mario Party games.
Okay. I can kind of see that. So she uses like that tennis racket.
Yeah, tennis racket, her sneakers from Mario Striker. And actually, when I was watching those like lists of who should be in the game, the person said that her voice actor said that Daisy's actual character came out in Mario Strikers 2 or 3. Like, that was a big game for her.
Oh.
So I'm like,
okay.
They definitely, use that to represent her.
I wouldn't be surprised if they put her and Waluigi in the next game, to be honest. I know Waluigi's one that people kind of like want to see.
Yeah.
Especially since they have Wario. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
And honestly, people wanting a new Wario character. I think they should go with Wario Land instead and add Captain Syrup. Not only another female, but a villain.
But if she is, well,
and she was the main villain for all the games of Wario Land, all 3. So she has quite a bit of games behind her.
That's true. I don't know. I can kind of see her. I don't know. I can kind of see. She's one of those that I'm like kind of on the fence about.
Yeah.
Like, I can see her being in the game, but I don't see them like putting her in the game. Does that
I
make
don't
sense?
see her being in the main roster. She'd definitely be someone they would add as DLC if she made it.
Now, are there any of the assist trophies that you think that they should turn into like actual characters?
I don't know. I have a huge list of people I want to see in the game. Well, Crystal from Star Fox? How a lot of people want her?
Yeah.
I'm down for that, but if they do, I think they have to add Flippy.
No, I don't want her. If they put her, but they don't put Wolf in, there's something wrong.
No, Wolf definitely needs to be back. But
yeah,
if they put her in, Flippy.
Oh, I can see them with the new Star Fox game. I can definitely see.
They're always a team of 4, and Peppy's no longer part of the team. So it's Fox, Falco, Crystal, and Flippy. So why would he have all the members but one? I feel like that's like, middle finger to Flippy.
Yeah, that's true. I can see them getting more simply because that new game just came out, so they can kind of add another Star Fox member into Smash Brothers just to help promote the game itself, and just because the game is like a little bit newer and more relevant.
True. For Mother or Earthbound, I think Porky needs to be playable.
I never played that game.
I played one of them, and I enjoyed Porky because he wasn't the main villain, but she pretty much considered him the main villain. He was the one always doing all the bad stuff.
Now, how many of those do we have in Smash Bros. Already from that franchise?
We got 2. That's Lucas.
2. Oh yeah, that's right. 2.
So why don't we add a villain, Porky?
Mm-hmm. I think eventually all franchises are gonna at least have 4 characters.
Yeah.
I think that most of them will have an average of 3 to 4 characters. Like these games, like that have 2, I feel like they can add a 3rd one because there's always a lot of characters in a franchise that people like. And I know it has to be very difficult as a game developer and as Nintendo to like pick and choose what characters go into the game.
That would definitely be difficult.
Yeah, especially when you have so many that people just like.
For Donkey Kong, I feel like Dixie Kong needs to be playable because...
bro, I think it'll be really fun to play as Lanky Kong.
Well, give
him like a stretching, like he stretches.
He was there before all the other Kongs. Like it was Mario, Diddy. They had Cranky, Granny, and the Funky.
Yeah, they can definitely put more Kongs from Donkey Kong. I can see that.
I think it should be Donkey, Diddy, Dixie, and Cranky. The 4 they use for Tropical Freeze, right?
They should put his main enemy too. What was the name of Donkey Kong's main enemy, John? King K. Rool. I know he was on the Smash ballot too.
I think the total they have no reason not to have him in the game. Like I feel like the total.
Yeah. Like I said, there's people I think definitely should have been.
K. Rool, I see people argue he'd be just a big heavy character, but K. Rool's whole theme was he was big but fast. So he won't be another big slow character because he'd be big and fast. Like he'd be a unique character in that aspect.
Give him that speed.
Yeah, he'd be big but speed. Like he'd be weird that way. But
he'll be like Ike.
He's described as a glass cannon. So yeah.
Yeah, he'll be like Ike.
Yeah.
Fast and strong. Well, no, Ike's not too fast. I mean, he's definitely a little bit faster than a lot of characters, but for his strength.
The reason why I think they should add Dixie and Cranky is because Dixie Kong she was the main character in one Duck Kong games. And she was the second main character with Diddy Kong in another one. Plus, she returned in plenty of games. And Cranky Kong, he's in all the games, and people pretty much know that he's the main character. He's Donkey Kong in the first Donkey Kong Jumpman fights. People are pretty convinced that that's Donkey Kong. Cranky Kong was the original Donkey Kong. And people are pretty sure that Donkey Kong was the original Donkey Kong Jr. But people are pretty convinced on that idea.
I can see it. I mean, it's definitely possible.
Have you ever played Punch-Out?
No, I haven't. What's that?
I'm a huge Punch-Out fan. That's where Lil Mac came from.
Oh.
And
Now, are there other characters that they can add?
the only character I see, they have plenty of iconic characters. The only character I can see is Mr. Sandman. The guy's nickname for putting people to sleep, knocking them out.
Really?
Yeah. He's always the...
Wait, is he the guy with the blonde hair?
No.
Who's that?
I think it's Flamingo, or Flamingo, I can't pronounce it right, but yeah, the little rich acting dude. But yeah. Mr. Sandman, he's a really big, darker skinned guy. He looks like several famous boxers in the past. But he's like a really huge guy. He really contrasts with Lil Mac really well. And he's always he's always the last dude Lil Mac fights, besides the bonus games like how you got Mike Tyson afterwards on Mike Tyson Punch-Out. And on the Wii version, if you replay all the characters, you randomly got Donkey Kong. But he's always the final dude aside from a bonus character.
Okay. Now, I can see Wreck-It Ralph, too. I'm surprised he didn't make it into the game.
I can see why he didn't, because he originated from a movie.
No.
Wreck-It Ralph?
No, he didn't.
Yeah. That game was made for the movie.
Oh. I can still see him. I think his moveset would be very creative.
I can see him, but I can see why he didn't because of that.
I hope he makes it into the next one. I do hope he makes it into the next one.
They create the game for the whole purpose of the movie. So
now I can see them putting the girl into a new Mario Kart. If they do a new Mario Kart, I can definitely see her making it into that.
Yeah.
Mainly because, she drove. They had that little kart thing. I could definitely see that as like some kind of DLC or something that they can do.
Have you played F-Zero?
Yeah. What about it?
I think they should totally add Black Shadow.
That would be a cool one.
He's very iconic because of the anime. And I think Ganondorf, they need to change his playstyle, and Black Shadow should play like Ganondorf.
Oh, what would you change Ganondorf's playstyle to? 'Cause people are aggressive with him.
He needs,
especially in aerial.
Well, he needs to have his melee still, but he's also a massive swordsman and a high tier wizard. They need to balance all three into one thing.
Oh, so you make him like Robin but stronger.
Kinda.
Yeah, because Robin uses her sword, she uses her magic. I like her character a lot. I don't play as her character, but I like her character because of her moveset.
Like dark energy, like sucking people forward or dealing a powerful blow. So he would be one. He would act. I don't know if they can cut. They don't necessarily need a swordsman, but they have it nice. But I think that he needs to.
They can change a few of his. There's a few of his movesets that can be changed.
They definitely add magic because he's always had a big magic thing.
Yeah. Oh, that would be sick. Like dark magic. That would be cool. Well, they're starting to get into the whole stance changing and like stuff like that. Like with damn, what's his name? Sheik?
Yeah.
Yeah. His movesets change. And I can kind of see that happening with him. Maybe you do a stance change or he changes and he starts using his sword.
Oh yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool. If you can what if you could switch them between all three? Brawler, Swordsman, Mage?
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would, well, I guess he would use them all, but they would change his stance and what he focuses on. I actually can see another character for Pikmin, aside from Olimar. I can actually
who?
I can actually see Louis on the premise that Olimar commands the Pikmin, and the Pikmin take care of Louis. Like, Louis not in charge, he's a scaredy cat, Pikmin do all the work, but in Olimar, he does all the work. Because if you
So how would you do that though? Like, how is that different from different from Olimar?
Olimar teaches them the Pikmin. Louis crashes there, the Pikmin take care of Louis because he looks like Olimar. They take care of him. So Olimar obviously would be commanding, taking Pikmin, throwing them. But for Louis, the Pikmin will be dragging him out of the way, making them dodge for him, and they'll be attacking for him. Like, they're pretty much out saving them.
Bro, that's creative as fuck.
I think that would be actually really unique.
See, I can see that I can definitely see if the Pikmin were the ones doing the fighting. I think that right there is a selling point for me.
Yeah, that's why I want him, for the sole purpose of the Pikmin doing the work. Because I like the whole idea. And he's the only character it makes sense with.
It would be nice if they did another character from that franchise. I mean, I can see why it's kind of difficult to find another character, but if they could, because I'm I like Pikmin. After playing Pikmin 3, I kind of fell in love with it. So I would love to see another character from that franchise if they can actually, do it justice, though.
Have you ever played Golden Sun?
Yeah.
It's one of my all-time favorite games. And they have to add Isaac.
Mm.
Like, I can just see him there with, like, this giant-ass hand that he gets from the, what's the other word for Genie?
Well, don't they already have him as an assist?
Yeah, he was an assist. And I think that...
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think that he could stop being an assist and become playable. For the next game. I really want to see him playable.
Yeah, I think all those characters with creative moves like that should definitely get their chance. Because he's different.
There's two other Nintendo characters I really want to see. Gomon from... Damn, what's it called? The something Ninja Gomon. I can't remember what it's called. I'm so used to seeing the Japanese name. But...
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I really want to see Gomon in there because he's a really badass. Like, he was a big selling point for a lot of their original handheld games. And I'm gonna look up this game.
Who's the other character?
Mystical Ninja starring Gomon. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
And it was mainly in Japan. That's the issue. It was a big thing in Japan. It wasn't really over here. But he's a very unique character I really want to see explored.
Who's your second character that you wanted to see?
Another one's Dylan from Dylan Rolling West.
I haven't played that. Where's that from?
He's pretty much the main selling point for the 3DS.
Okay.
He's like they consider him like he's somewhat of an icon for the Nintendo 3DS, like the way they're using him. Like he's like the big selling point for it. And so since he's so big on there, I think he deserves a bigger role.
Okay. I can see that.
Are there any other Nintendo characters that you want to see in? I'll finish my list.
I mean, I basically told you on my list.
Any third-party characters?
Third party?
Yeah. Like Rayman, Simon Belmont, Bomberman.
Rayman would be kind of cool to see. I mean, I want to see Shovel Knight. I definitely want to see Shovel Knight. I think he would be cool.
Shovel Knight and Shantae. But there's...
Shantae. I want to see Shantae, too.
One other indie game I really want to see. Have you ever played Cave Story?
No.
It was a big push for indie games. It made indie games a lot more popular. And I want to see a quote from Cave Story.
Oh, I can also see... I mean, this is kind of going out there, but the guy from Don't Starve, I can see him, too.
That is a bit out there.
Yeah. They have Cloud, so they could also put in Zora from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. A lot of people want to see Lloyd from Tales of Eternia. I know some people have been asking for Travis Touchdown.
You want to see him, too?
I'm okay about Travis. I'm not someone I really major want to see, but I can totally see him getting in there with people like Cloud making it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like to see Earthworm Jim have a comeback.
Have a comeback? He was in a... Where was he?
His game pretty much died. You don't remember Earthworm Jim?
No.
That game's like a classic. I love Earthworm Jim.
Well, I mean, Little Mac made a kind of a comeback, so...
Yeah. He's owned by...
I think if there's anything Nintendo has showed us is that anything is possible.
No, definitely anything is possible. He's owned by Shiny Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a really big game for the Sega.
You know why they probably didn't do Banjo-Kazooie, though?
He had a bunch of games.
It's because of the new game. The new game that was announced. They're probably going to do the new characters. Ukulele. Yeah, Ukulele. They're probably going to do the new characters instead of doing Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, probably. I've always said if Banjo don't make it, I want to at least see Conquer.
Mm-hmm. Although they can put in both. Just give them different play styles. They already have Pit and Dark Pit, so I don't see why they can't do both.
Oh, you know who I actually want to see?
What?
Dig Dug.
Why?
I've always loved playing. It was one of my favorite classic games to play. And ever since I saw Duck Hunt made it, I want to see Dig Dug.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of room for Nintendo. I mean, when it comes to Smash Brothers, I think it's the one game they always leave you kind of like surprised with.
They leave you surprised and always wanting more.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a clever way to market because you know you're going to come back.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right, so what would you like to see added new to the game? Like a new function.
Function?
Like a game mode or something, or a new like scoring system or anything.
I think it would be cool to have like a boss mode where you go against different bosses from the franchises.
Like the boss run in Brawl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think it would be
like
kind of cool if they kind of brought something like that back.
I would actually like to see a scoring system like where you can rate your amiibos and see how well they're improving.
How would they do that?
All you see is like the level up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to see like
like a stat system, like you see their stats and stuff.
Yeah, and it tracks them while they play, and it can tell you like how they're good at this and that.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. I mean, that would definitely take like amiibo training to the next level.
Yeah, and especially if you look at what they're good at and you find a way to counter them, they would get even better. And so you can,
that'll just make it more competitive.
Yeah, you're really super training amiibos that way. Like I think that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The amiibo training is getting really, really popular, so I think they should add something for that.
I'm sure they will.
I want to see the Ice Climbers return.
I can see it, but I think they're kind of like done.
They're really popular with the like. I don't think anyone gives a shit about the game. They're just really popular to be in Smash Bros. Because they're a duo.
Yeah, that's true. But if they did like Banjo-Kazooie, I mean, they're kind of a duo.
Played Ice Climbers game before Smash Bros. Like they're one of the few games that I mean, Smash Bros. Introduced me to a bunch of games, but they're one of them I actually played beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And I would actually like to see a return of the game. Like, make the ice climbing 3D instead.
If they return the game, if they made a new game, yes. If they don't make a new game, I say no, because there's other characters that they can definitely, like, fill that spot.
Yeah, but I think the ice climbing game would sell really well on 3DS. Make it 3D. And
oh, yeah, that would be fun.
There's that whole polar bear character I think they can really spice up and make him really interesting for the game.
Well, they're making, like, 3D remakes of so many games. I can see that it being, like, on the list.
Yeah, definitely. I'm running out of characters to talk about.
Yeah, I pretty much gave my whole list.
You want to talk about stupid characters they made on the list for a little bit, and then end it?
I mean, yeah, we can.
I mean, there's a lot of characters that bug me. Like, there's some lists I look at where it pisses me off people who just want that character like that. So I thought it would be interesting to talk about.
Like who?
Like, for example, when someone asks for Goku or Naruto, I'm like,
yeah, Goku and Naruto should not be in Smash Brothers.
If they made
I think that's just like
if they made a Smash for anime, cool. But Smash Brothers, no.
Like Ryu shouldn't really be in the game either. But seeing him,
do you know why
Ryu him and playing as him? Why?
Because Capcom wouldn't give Mega Man unless they put Ryu in.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Capcom is pushing to make Ryu the mascot, and they're trying to kill Mega Man off. Like, I hate Capcom right now.
I feel like they can get like a lot further with Mega Man.
They could, but that's why they've.
Because not everybody likes those. I mean, not everybody likes Mega Man games, but not everybody likes the whole Street Fighter games either.
But they've actually fired the guy who makes Mega Man. They killed off a lot of. Like, they kept canceling all of his games, so the guy eventually kind of lashed out. I think he left, actually, not fired, but that's why he's making Mighty Number 9, because he screwed over Mega Man.
Well, that looks very promising, though.
And I actually looked at what they own. Like, they own some of Bombermans. Like they own a Bomberman to a percentage. Like, I don't think they fully own him, but I think they own part of him. And they're not making any new Bomberman games. They pretty much killed him off. You know, the Okamis, games like that?
Mm-hmm.
They actually got canceled the whole company. They destroyed that whole entire company and made Okami in all those games. Nintendo bought that company, and now we got Bayonetta. So I'm like,
oh,
that's where they took it from. Nintendo saved the company from Capcom. Capcom is being assholes right now. No one likes them.
Well, they need to get their shit together.
Like, they're throwing their company almost as hard as Rare is trying to do with Banjo.
I mean, I want to see a Mega Man game for the Wii U, or like, just because you have the screen, you have your TV screen, and you have your tablet, so I feel like there's a lot more with that new technology. There's so much they can do for a Mega Man game.
Yeah. There's a lot, but... What are the characters on the list that you thought were stupid? Like, I've seen people ask for Abraham Lincoln.
I know.
Corey House.
But that's just like... That's kind of the reason why we didn't get a lot of the characters we wanted. But hopefully...
a lot of people are trolling, but so many people are actually serious, which is scary.
Well, I hope that... If they do another ballot, I feel like it might get worse now that the fact that they have Cloud and like Ryu in the game. People might be like, oh, so it is possible for us to get all these characters. And people might try to push like Goku and Naruto even harder. But at the same time, I feel like some people might be like...
I do really think they messed up with Cloud, because people don't think that everyone's possible now.
Yeah, I agree. But maybe that's the direction they're going. Maybe everyone is possible at this point. Maybe they're expanding outward. Who knows?
I would not be happy with that at all.
Really?
I feel like it should... Like, I'm okay with some third party. I'm okay with the system having multiple characters from a third party. Like, say, like Capcom, you know, Mega Man made it, Ryu made it. But I don't think that they should have more than one character from one game. Like, Big Man shouldn't have Zero or Proto Man make it. Stuff like that. Like, they should do one per game from a third party.
Mm-hmm.
As far as first party, second party, I think that's where they should stick in with most
I do
of the
hope,
games.
if they have Mega Man, I do hope they get Proto Man in the game.
Well, Proto Man, they made it where you can put them on your Wii trainer. So Wii Blaster Proto Man is pretty much Proto Man. But he's like the well,
I feel like it's kind of a cop out though. I feel like a lot of the Mii skins are kind of cop outs, like the Inkling ones. I'd rather have the Inklings than an Inkling skin for my Mii.
Skin.
Yeah.
The Proto Man actually works well. He just don't look as good, and I'm okay with that, to be honest, because I don't want to see too many characters especially from third party. But it would be nice to see some of these characters as playable instead of amiibo. I mean, not amiibo, skin for your Wii trainer.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll see the amiibo. I'll buy all the amiibos. Can you imagine if they made all the Pokemon amiibos? Like every Pokemon?
Oh, God, I hope they don't. I don't think they will, though, because like you have games like Yoshi's Woolly World where you can't even scan your Pokemon. So I don't think they're going to make like too many. But with Pokken Fighter coming out, I'm very positive they're going to make a few more.
What if they make a Pokemon game like Skylanders where you need all of them?
Oh, that'll be dope. I would love that. Oh, that's basically just Mystery Dungeon. Just like more interactive.
Yeah, I'll be down for that. But that would be a lot of money on Amiibos. They better sell them cheaper. Like all the like Jigglypuff, Mewtwo, like all Pikachu. Those are all the sell higher because they use for more stuff, and they can be rarer.
Well, that's basically what they have at the Pokemon Rumble.
I think they should sell all of them, but they should sell them cheaper.
Yeah.
All the Pokemon, at least $10 at the cheapest, because
or just do Amiibo cards like they were doing with the they're doing with the Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
they can have they can be Pokemon cards, but they work like Amiibo cards that you can scan and use in your games. I can see them doing that. Yeah.
Buy a Pokemon deck, you might randomly get one.
Yeah, so they're rare Pokemon cards that you can actually use in video games.
That'd be cool. That would actually bring the Pokemon trading card up another notch. I'm pretty sure Yu-Gi-Oh has a dominance over the trading cards. There are several other games that compete, like, what was it called?
Yeah, I agree.
It's a brand new game that's out for not too long. I can't remember what it's called, but it's starting to compete. And then there's a bunch of classical games that still compete. As far as the kid-friendly games, like the ones that have anime and everyone knows, Yu-Gi-Oh usually has the dominance over that.
Yeah, this Legacy of the Duelist was pretty good. That was the last game they made for the they made it for the Xbox. It was pretty good. It combined all of Yu-Gi-Oh, and it was fun. It's fun to play if you're like a Yu-Gi-Oh fan.
Yeah, would be.
But yeah, I mean, is there like anything else do you really want to talk about for like Smash Brothers?
I mean, I'm sure I can think of other stuff, but from all the bases I want to talk about, I think I covered pretty much all of them.
Yeah, same here. I mean, we can always do a part 2.
Yeah,
if anything else pops up.
If we can add more people into part 2 too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess this is it. Axel 4 finished our Smash Theory. I would like to thank Admiral Black for it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right. Well, Axel 4 signing off.
All right. Later, guys.